Hey everybody, thegenesisvii here. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're doing well. And in today's video, it is the most anticipated games of 2023. In particular, my top 5 most anticipated games of 2023. And thinking about it right now as I stare into the palm of my hands, a lot of these are getting knocked out by June. So we may have to kind of come back and do like a second half of 2023. If you're watching this video in June, then you know there's a link in the cards to the other video I've made if I've remembered. But we are talking about my most anticipated games. So you may agree, you may disagree. There may be games that you're thinking, there may be games that are not here. The comment section below is the place to do the discussion. Please ask me why I've picked these games. I'm hoping that the video does justice on why. Maybe ask or suggest a game that I've missed out. Maybe there's a game I should check out. Just let me know, because at the end of the day, these are mine. These are mine. These are my most anticipated games, and I'm just sharing it with you guys. So I'm hoping you can agree and we can have a healthy discussion in the comments. With that all being said, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and let's get into game number 5. So believe it or not, I'm starting off with a game that I wasn't such a huge fan of the first game. I just couldn't get on with it. I don't know if it is because it was the wrong time to play it, or I just wasn't jiving with it. Jiving, I'm going to roll with that. Jiving with the game. And the game I'm looking forward to at number 5 is Octopath Traveler 2. Like, this game looks phenomenal. It is taking the HD 2D visuals to a whole new level. Now, if you watched my top 5 games of 2022, you know that one of them, my fifth one, it was Live Alive. And this was a game that I'd never played, but the trailers and the visuals drew me in, and I really wanted to give it a good go. And this is a game, one of the games where Octopath Traveler based its kind of like branching stories off. So you'd think that I would have played Octopath Traveler after, but I'd played Octopath Traveler before Live Alive and I couldn't get on with it. So this gets me in this strange kind of place where I'm really excited for Octopath Traveler 2, and I don't really want to try out Octopath Traveler 1. I'm liking what I see with Octopath Traveler 2, and I just want to wait for it, because we have these branching stories, we have all of these mechanics that were in the first one that have been improved upon. The story is now looking like it will actually interweave, because I know a main complaint was that the kind of ending of Octopath Traveler wasn't great. This is what I've seen online. Maybe your opinion may differ. And it looks like we have a world map we can explore, we can go on vehicles, like some real traditional JRPG elements from like the SNES days and the early PlayStation days implemented into this, and it gets me excited. I'm still debating whether I should get it on the Switch or the PlayStation 5. I'm like, Switch, I can just play it anywhere. PlayStation 5, trophies. So it's like trying to weigh out that. I may just go for the Switch, but a lot of people are going to go for the Switch, so I may go for the PS5. We'll see, but Octopath Traveler 2 is definitely a game I am looking forward to in 2023. Is it one of yours? Let's move on to game number 4. Now, when it comes to the Yakuza series, or should I say the Like a Dragon series now, but when it comes to that series, I came into it very late. I played Yakuza 0 probably, I don't know, 2018, 2017, near its release. But that's when I was hooked, because I was one of these people that were like, this is just a Japanese GTA, don't want to get involved with this, it looks like a bit of a knockoff. It really isn't. It is one of the greatest and one of my most favourite game series of all time now, and the latest entry that came out 2 years ago, Yakuza Like a Dragon, the one that had the JRPG elements, is one of my favorite games of all time. It's in my top 7 games of all time. I was going to say 5, but I wasn't too sure, and I didn't want to say 10, so I'm going to go with 7. And I'm just all in for whatever this franchise has. And obviously we had that little event last year of introducing the 3 new Yakuza games. We have Yakuza 8. I'm calling it Yakuza still. I think a lot of us are going to still do this, even though they're rebranding it to Like a Dragon, because that's obviously what it's called in Japan. But we have Like a Dragon 8. We have Like a Dragon, the man who erased his name, which is the kind of like seeing what Kiryu did between what happened in the Song of Life to where he made the appearance. Spoilers. In Yakuza Like a Dragon. And of course we have this one, my number 4, I've not even mentioned it, Like a Dragon Ishin, which is a remake in an Unreal Engine, not the Yakuza engine this time around, of the Ishin game that came out on PS3, and it was Japan only. Were we ever going to get it? We didn't think we were, and here we are, 2023, and we're going to get it, and very, very soon. Really excited, just to kind of be in that Edo Japan period, with that Yakuza kind of like flair, like the seriousness and the little comedy with all the side stories and sub stories. I'm really excited to kind of just dive in deep with all the side content and get that platinum trophy as well. I always kind of like make it a distant goal nowadays with trophies to get the platinum. I don't make it to be the be all end all, because sometimes it kind of messes up the way I play games. But this is a game I'm looking forward to kind of get embrace this world and just get some Yakuza, some new Yakuza again in hype for the Yakuza games, the Like a Dragon games to come. So do you agree with my number 4? Let me know. Are you excited for Yakuza? I was calling it Yakuza, guys. You need to stop me. You need to kind of give me a Yakuza count and tell me to stop saying Yakuza. Are you excited for Like a Dragon Ishin? That is what I want to say. And let me know. Let's move on to my number 3. So my number 3 may be a little bit of a cop-out, because this has released already on Steam over last year and the year before, I think. And that is the Final Fantasy Pixel Remastered. These are coming to console, and I'm thoroughly excited because I get to own it physically. I have it pre-ordered, though I don't have the collector's edition for obvious reasons, though this will be questionable later in the video. You'll see why. But I'm really excited. I'm getting it physically on the PS4, I'm getting it digitally on the Switch, and I just can't wait to dive into these games. I've held off. I did play Final Fantasy VI on the PC just because I got a code for it and I wanted to do a video. The video is up there in the cards, but having access to these on the consoles is going to be awesome, because these are very faithful pixel remasters, essentially, of the originals. There are people who have small complaints about Final Fantasy VI not being so dark, and its pixel art is more bright to kind of match the rest of the pixel remasters in the series. But these are very faithful to the originals, not anything that came after the Game Boy Advance with all the extras and everything. You're getting the most faithful translations, the most accurate pixels of each character and like things. New music has been reorchestrated, an amazing font, hopefully for the console versions, because we ain't going to be able to patch that out. But a lot of really cool things, and just one of those games. I'm just really excited. I say one of those games, but you're getting 6. That's another reason you get 6 games in one. But these are all-time classics and a great place to kind of play and reminisce. So that is why it's made my number 3 spot on my most anticipated games of 2023. My number 2 is an all-time favorite of mine. I still have the PS2 Steelbook of this, and I probably should have got it out for this video just to kind of like, hey, it's here, but I don't have it on hand, and that is the Resident Evil 4 remake. Now, as I've gotten older, like my survival horror kind of like skittiness has like gone up and up and up, and I'm a little bit more scared when I'm playing these games. But Resident Evil 4 was a phenomenal title. The change and the way it reinvented, like, it was a game that changed a lot of things for games, like with the over-the-shoulder camera, and it was very different to the fixed camera and tank controls that we had from Resident Evil 1 through to 3 and kind of in Code Veronica. And it was just a real good game. Like, it had awesome replay value, it had awesome story in general. It was kind of a game that didn't involve the zombies, but kind of still made it as a scary. It was a survival horror with a bit of action, not too much. I'm looking at you, Resident Evil 5, but kind of like to the core. And it is a lot of people's favorite game when it comes to the Resident Evil series, mine included. And just seeing what this remake is offering so far is amazing. The graphics, the fact it's on PlayStation 5 is going to look phenomenal. I don't know if I'm going to be able to have like the brave face to play it. Maybe it's something I should stream, but I'm definitely going to do it because it's one of my all-time favorites. Like the original Resident Evil 4 has come out on so many different things, including like recently like VR. We thought maybe we're not getting a remake of this game, but lo and behold, here we are, 2023, we're ready for this. It's looking phenomenal. I can't wait to see more footage on it and just seeing all the extras as well, because again, it is just one of the all-time greats, and if they can make it greater, which is hard when you kind of like go back into an all-time great and modernize it, but still make it as great as it felt. I think Resident Evil 4 is going to be one to kind of really look out for. Even if you've not played the original, I think this is going to be in a lot of people's Game of the Year lists, and it is one of the main reasons why it is my number 2. So let me know if you agree with that in the comment section below. And with that all being said, my number 1 is That's right, my number 1 is Final Fantasy 16. I'm a Final Fantasy fan through and through. I mean, the Pixel remasters made a place in the list of this video. So of course, Final Fantasy 16 was going to be the number 1. And going back to if I've pre-ordered this, yes I have. The collector's edition, yes I have. Yes I have, and my wallet is wounded, but I'm very excited to play this game. Like, it is looking awesome. Everything from the way the trailers have been dropped and just the overall kind of hype cycle, and it's going to get stronger in these next 6 months. It's just been done perfectly, I think. Yoshi P has definitely kind of done what most game developers should do. Like, I'm not giving you a date until I have an actual date and I'm going to deliver on that date. I ain't going to give you a trailer until I'm happy with the trailer. I want you to see gameplay. Like, he has stuck to those, and I admire that and I respect that as a gamer in this space of just seeing CGI trailers and PNG logos everywhere. The hype is definitely there for Final Fantasy 16, and I just don't know what else to say. Like, the battle system, I'm excited for, to dive in and all the little numbers and really get involved in it. The fact that it's an action RPG, you know, I'm sometimes like, oh man, I really miss the classic stuff, but the action stuff at the moment is just as good, and this looks like it's really going to deliver. I'm really excited to have exploration across this new world, get involved in this story, and become Ifrit. That's right, I can't wait to become these icons, these summons in this game, and really kind of kick some ass, because it looks phenomenal. It really, really does. And the fact that the team behind Final Fantasy XIV, never really talked about this much, but I love Final Fantasy XIV, I play it all the time, gets me really excited, because they are some really good storytellers. They definitely have payoffs. They really kind of look at the story that they've written, and when they're writing from that to write things for the future, they will definitely tie back to here and things that you like. I'm ready for all the twists and turns that this story will have to offer, and I think this will be the game of the year. I know, wise words saying this at the beginning of January when some other big games may or not be coming out this year, but I truly believe that this is going to be the game of the year. It's definitely going to be mine. Will I be wrong? There could be a scenario where I might be wrong, but I am excited. I'm excited for Final Fantasy 16, and I want to know if you guys are too. And with that being said, that is my top 5 games, my most anticipated games of 2023. Again, a lot of these are getting knocked out, pretty much all of them, before the end of June, so we may have to revisit more anticipated games. There may be games in this list that I have not mentioned whatsoever, and you're probably wondering why. Let me know in the comment section below. Let's have a discussion. Let's have a healthy discussion. And yeah, do you agree with my list? Or is there any games that I've mentioned that you didn't even think of and thought, you know what, I'm pretty excited for that game? Let me know. But yeah, they have been my most anticipated games, the top 5 anticipated games of 2023. I thank you for your time. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. We're getting really into 2023 now with these videos. I say that, I've recorded a lot. This is probably like the second video that's going out this year, but we're going strong, and I hope you can join me in the content I have to offer. And yeah, if you're not wanting to subscribe for the journey, just leave a like, leave a comment, let me know you're here watching. That's all I ask. That's all I ask, guys. And until next time, as always, I'll catch you on the flip side.